So let's look into this next section. So here we have a section with this fun stitch, which looks very intricate until you know how it's actually knit, because it's actually pretty easy. So we're gonna have our garter stitch border. Now this stitch is a repeat of 8. So to make the blanket work, I've added a few more garter stitches on each end, depending on the size of the blanket you're gonna make. And then you have this 8 row repeat, which is 8 stitch, sorry, repeat, which is 5 stitches for this arrowhead section, and then 3 stitches of garter stitch. And this arrowhead section is a 4 row repeat. So I'm going to show you how to work just this stitch on a little swatch, so we can figure out how to make those beautiful arrowhead kind of stitch. I'm going to show you how to work this stitch with a little swatch. So I've casted on a multiple of 8. So here I did 16 plus 3 stitches just to get the garter stitch end. Of course, for your blanket, you're going to have a different number of garter stitches at the beginning and the end. So make sure you refer to the pattern for this. I just knit 2 rows in like the main stitch pattern, which is like stockinette for the 5 stitches and garter for the 3 stitches, just to have some basis to work on. But the actual pattern starts straight away in the blanket. So the first row is where we're gonna make those so get the fabric for these lines, and then we're gonna put it in place on the third row, sorry, so that it's pinned in the middle. So this is actually like one thread that we're gonna do with like slipping stitches and putting the yarn in front, and then we're gonna pin it in place on the third row. So you're gonna first knit 3 stitches for your 3 garter stitches. Then you're gonna put your yarn in the front and you're gonna slip your stitches purlwise, 5 of them. You're gonna put your yarn back to the back and knit the next 3 stitches. Make sure you don't tighten this float so that it stays loose and nice, otherwise your fabric is gonna get tightened up and we don't want that. So you're gonna knit 3 stitches. So here we have this float. This is what we're gonna use to make the arrowheads. Gonna put the yarn in the front again and slip 5 stitches again for like the second repeat, and then knit my 3 last garter stitches. So this is row 1. You have those floats. Turn your work, and for row 2 you're just gonna knit a simple row where you're gonna knit the 3 garter stitches and purl the 5 other stitches. So you're gonna knit 3, purl 5 to create that like stockinette background for the arrowheads. Knit 3 again, purl 5, and then knit the last 3. Okay, so if you turn your work again, you can see you have this stockinette background with your float, and then you have your garter stitches in between. Now the third row is where we're gonna pin that float, sorry, to shape the arrowhead. So we're gonna knit our 3 garter stitches again, just knit. Okay, now we're gonna knit 2 for our background, and on the third one is where we're gonna pin that float down. So on the third stitch, you're gonna pick up that float and then knit the stitch at the same time and go over both of them. And that way you've pinned down the float. So let me show you again with the next one. So we're at the next arrowhead again. We're gonna knit 2. Then you're gonna pick up your float. So you're gonna, with your right needle, insert your needle under that thread. Go through your stitch as if to knit normally. Wrap your yarn around your needle to knit. I'm gonna pull through the loop, and then you actually pull through both of these. And so you can see that you've pinned down that thread to your fabric. And then you just knit across until the next one, or until the end of the row in my case. And now you can see that we've pinned down those loops of, like, those floats, sorry, to shape the arrowhead. Now on the 4th row of our repeat, it's just the same as the 2nd row. It's going to be knit 3, purl 5, knit 3, purl 5. And this is just like to continue the pattern in the fabric before starting the next arrowhead stitch. So now you can see we have a full repeat, and we've made those beautiful arrowheady thingies. I don't know how to call them, but I think they're pretty. So you just repeat those 4 rows across until you get the desired length, and that's it for this section.